Plus, again, there are levels to your investments. If the investment is very minimal, you just apply PFRS 9. It's just a regular passive investment. If it reaches 20%, then you now have a participation in the management of the business, so past 28. If it reaches more than 50%, then the investee corporation is a subsidiary, so it will now be PFRS 3. Okay, proceed, please.
Number five, when an investment in an associate or a joint venture is held by or is held indirectly through an entity that is a venture capital organization or a mutual fund, unit trust, and similar entities, including investment-linked insurance funds, the entity should elect to measure that investment at fair value through profit or loss in accordance with IFRS 9. Um, Paul, sir, because in the IFRS pin and the IFRS, it stated that the entity may elect to measure the investments. So,
That's correct. Okay, you are not required to apply PFRS 9. You're only given an option.
number six, an entity shall apply PFRS 5 non-current assets held for sale to an investment or a portion of an investment in an associate or a joint venture that meets the criteria to be classified as held for sale. Um, our answer is true, sir.
Okay, so there's already a connection with PFRS 5 here. And by the way, class, investment in associate is classified as a non-current asset. Investment in, if you will be asked, is it a current or non-current asset? It is a non-current asset. The intention is to hold the investment for more than 1 year. And any non-current asset class may be classified as held for sale in accordance with PFRS 5. Okay, proceed.
Number seven, according to PAS 28, if an investment in an associate becomes an investment in a joint venture, or an investment in a joint venture becomes an investment in an associate, the entity shall apply the fair value method and remeasure the retained interest. Our answer, sir, is false because an entity is supposed to continue to apply the equity method and does not remeasure the retained interest. And it is also in answer paragraph 24 sa
Okay.
IAS 28.
Okay, so you, if it remains to be an investment in associate class, if it remains to be covered by PAS 28, then definitely you will have to continue using the equity method. This is the second important thing that you should know of PAS 28. The first one was about significant influence on 20%. The second one is the accounting method to be used for investment in associates. What is the accounting method to be used in accounting for investment in associates? It is the equity method. I'll explain later on what is supposed to be done under the equity method. Okay, but that's the second thing you have to know of PAS 28. If it is covered by PAS 28, then that means you will have to use the equity method. And even if there's fluctuation in the percentage of your shareholdings class, it was 30%, 25%, 35%, 40%, as long as it remains covered by PAS 28, then continue using the equity method. Even under PFRS 11 for investment in joint ventures, for joint arrangements, you also use the equity method, man. So even if it is classified from associate to joint arrangement, it will still be measured under uh, the equity method. Because the fair value method will only be used if you go below 20%, if you lose the significant influence. Okay, what did we say if it's less than 20%? It's just an ordinary passive investment. It will be PFRS 9 that will be applied. And based on PFRS 9 class, investment in shares are to be measured using the fair value method. Okay, so the fair value method here is if it will cease to be an investment in associate or a joint arrangement and it becomes an investment covered by PFRS 9. But as long as it is PAS 28 or PFRS 11 that applies, you will have to use equity method. That's the second most important thing to know in PAS 28. That should be part of your stock knowledge class.